Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This is a rare instance where I get to pair the shirt with the item. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, yeah, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my Ginger shirt. Yeah, it's a very cool shirt. I like it. If you're unfamiliar with the band Ginger, they are a badass metal band out of the Ukraine. I got into these folks, I'm going to go full on hipster here. I got into these folks way before they hit. Back in like my early 20s, I found them on, YouTube and stuff like that. And I immediately took to their style, thought they were really, really cool. And it wouldn't be for a little bit, I think it was something about like 7 years or so after that when they finally got to start touring America and, becoming kind of a bigger international presence. And subsequently, they've just been really kicking ass. I've seen them perform live a few times now, and actually I'm going to be seeing them perform live in a few months. Really love their stuff. I actually have videos of their performances that I've attended. Those videos are on my channel, in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I do think they're an absolutely phenomenal band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why does it link up with the shirt? Well, you might be thinking, oh, maybe it's like Gingerbread Man, or maybe it's something with ginger in it, or blah, 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 blah. Chances are you're not thinking that because you've already seen, the heading on the video. But no, folks, it matches with the shirt because I'm reviewing, boom, it's this stuff. It is, and I apologize for the mispronunciation. I'm going with Zhivchik. Zhuvchcyk. Zhivchik. Yes. It is a pear-tasting carbonated soda. It's pear soda, and it's from the Ukraine. It's a product of the Ukraine. I got this at like one of the little international sections, at a local supermarket. I figure, what the fuck, man? Like, I like trying weird stuff, and on top of that, I actually really love pear, and I like pear soda, but it's so rare. Ugh. So, let's get a thing for the thing. It's very large, so let's get a thing. Try out some pear soda from the Ukraine. Obviously, the situation with Ukraine is very unfortunate. My heart goes out to those people. I don't typically like to, get politics involved in my stuff, but, that to me, no, man. That's just... But anyway. A little bit of a scent. Okay. Almost a little bit of like a spiced pear kind of drink to it. Like, it has a pear flavor, but also has like a little bit of an edge to it. So, it gives a little extra spank, which is kind of nice. The base, though. So here's what I'm guessing they did with this. I don't think they built a pear soda from the ground up. I'm guessing, and I looked it up, they have other flavors available. I'm guessing that one of them is their core flavors, and then they build the flavor on top of that. And I say that because the base flavor of this is very similar to, like, other sort of European, especially, like, sort of Eastern European style sodas that I've had in the past. I don't know exactly what it is, but, like, it's definitely something I've had before, and then the pear is on top of that. So, but it's nice. It's a little bit sweet, not crazy sweet though, or anything like that. It doesn't taste chemically or anything. It's very refreshing. Like, it's a light tasting drink, but like the carbonation is on point. One thing I've learned from doing these reviews is that, carbonation tastes vary from region to region, and some places, like more, some places like it less. So for me, when I try stuff from another country or another area, it can be jarring if that carbonation is, distinctly off one way or another. But in this case, it's pretty similar to, what we drink here in the U.S. Yeah, that's really nice. The pear flavor itself, like I don't think I've only ever had 2 pear sodas, and the other one I actually reviewed on here too was a honey pear soda. That I think had a better pear taste than this, but see, because the thing with pear is that pear, it's very close to like apple, right? And so you can kind of like, if you've ever had a Snapple apple, part of the reason why it tastes so appley is because they add pear juice, so it, kind of enhances that appleness. With this, you do get a pear vibe, but you also get an apple vibe, so I wouldn't be surprised if, there's a bit of a blend there. But I have to say, I am really enjoying drinking that. Like, again, it's really nice and refreshing. It almost reminds me a little bit of, kind of like in terms of like the way it drinks, like like a Sprite or a 7-Up, almost like a citrusy kind of vibe, but without the citrus. Or I could just say it tastes similar, to like an apple soda, which, yeah. And I've always been lamented the fact that, apple sodas aren't more prominent. Like they're a thing, but like you don't see them that often. And pear sodas even less so. I like this. It's really tasty. Again, I think I probably prefer the other pear soda I had, but not by leaps and bounds. It's nice. It's refreshing. Like, that's really tasty. I'm going to drink the hell out of that. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Absolutely and absolutely. I think this is really tasty. I will say it doesn't hit for me. The pear flavor doesn't hit for me quite the way I would like it to. I would like a stronger, more distinct pear flavor. But the pear flavor is there, and again, it's backed by sort of an appley kind of vibe, and then that's kind of backed by, again, whatever that base flavor is. But I really like the way this drinks. And like, this is something where, although I doubt the namesake, Zhivchik, or Zhivchik, whatever you want to go with, I doubt the namesake would ever catch on here in the States, but like, if somebody wanted to take that and rebrand it, you could put that into like gas stations and stuff. I could see people drinking it. Because again, it's really tasty and it's a really nice, refreshing drink. And, it's got certain familiar notes and then certain notes that are maybe not as familiar, but everything about it is just very tasty and like, it makes me want to drink more of it. So, and that's why if I'm recommending it, I'm absolutely recommending it. This is one more reason, folks. Check your international sections when you go out shopping. Sometimes you find some really cool stuff. I can't even tell you the amount of stuff that I've done, not only for reviewing on this channel, but just in my own personal life by going through those sections and, just seeing what other places have, or seeing what other countries and, stuff have available. I like this a bunch. And I think that, I don't think I would be alone in that. It's a good tasting soda with a good carbonation level, and I could see people getting down with this. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly pear-tastic rest of your life. Because, folks, pears are good. They're just tasty and delicious. And, you got the whole pear shape. I'm just saying. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Sorry about that. Something caught in my throat. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your favorite fruit? I mean, if you watch my channel, you already know I'm a pineapple slut. Proudly a pineapple slut right here. But, I like lots of different fruits. There's not too many fruits that I don't like in one capacity or another. I really like pear, cherries are really good, grapes are really good, depending. Apple, fruit's good. But what about you? What's your personal favorite? Anyway,